Habang ako'y naghihintay. Oh wow! Wow! Let's go. Link. Huh? Hindi ko kayang iwan ka. Hello guys. Kumusta po ang bawat isa mga kaibigan guys?
I once considered keeping some pets in my office, but soon gave up on the idea. It's just not right to keep small animals where they won't be able to see the sun.
Starsnatch Cliff is known for its views.
Uy, naku na Roca Blade point tayo. Teka lang, ulitin natin guys. Bad trip tropa, oh. Oh, pwede pala baguhin.
If you ever see any stickers on my back, do me a favor and take them off. Malazines like to play pranks sometimes.
Oh, di na nababago sa Twitch. How can I do that? Yon. Awesome.
I once considered keeping some pets in my office, but soon gave up on the idea. It's just not right to keep small animals where they won't be able to see the sun.
I guess I'll post a commission at the Adventurers Guild.
Hindi ko kayang iwan ka.
Radish veggie soup.
I can do this, right?
Starsnatch Cliff is known for its views.
If you ever see any stickers on my back, do me a favor and take them off. Malazines like to play pranks sometimes.
Tama, di pa tayo nakapag-commission, no? Habang ako'y wawa naman lilo namin. Lilo!
A bitter pill to swallow.
A bitter pill to soup.
Wait now.
The doctor will see you.
One with
Excuse me, lakas tong...
Mind the side effect.
Shower me with threat.
The wind knows me. A bitter pill to swallow.
A better pill to swallow.
One with nature. Mind the side effect. Let's begin.
The doctor will see you.
Nekis na yan.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Hello?
Mind the side effect.
Tulog siya, umihilik pa eh. Hello?
Strike a pop.
Into the wind. A bitter pill to swallow.
May tayo mag-headset guys.
Mind the side effect.
Add astro. Add astro. Thank you for.
Siya nga ako, hindi ko nakopya yung sa YouTube. May edit pa ba? Edit post details. Ayan. Save. Alright.
This realm. If you ever had.
Habang ako'y nalulumbahay. What? Okay. Awa naman. Hindi ko pa natapos today, oh. Ilang? Awa naman dito namin. Anong kaguluhan yan mga bakla kayo? So, naging umaga bigla.
This ship looks popular today. Butterfly Duke. Oh, Seedween's here too. Hey there, Seedween.
Hello there, Traveler and Paimon.
You bet we are. So anyway, what are you doing here?
The Duke insists I take regular vacations in the Court of Fontaine. This one just so happened to
Regular?
coincide with a promotion for a new skincare product, so I came over to take a look.
Wait, you write for a magazine? Which one?
It's called Beautés en Fleur, and it's run by the Fontaine Beauty Association. I've done lots of articles about skincare for them, using the pen name Romaritime Flower.
Oh, wow! You're a maritime flower? If Paimon's not mistaken, you're one of the leading figures in the Fontaine Beauty Association! What's so weird about that? Everyone loves beauty!
I really like
What's
this
this?
role. The staff at cosmetic shops are always so polite, and as long as I wear it,
Ay, what?
Well, they sure don't want to make an enemy of the Romaritime flower! Obviously, it's because of Seedween's love for beauty. Still a leader of the Beauty Association?
the truth is, I study this field because I cherish my own appearance. It has nothing to do with being beautiful or not.
Oh, the words of a master beautician defy comprehension! Oh, wait, you're saying that natural beauty is the highest form of beauty, right?
Not really. Actually, Milesian aesthetics are very different from human ones. We don't view humans based on their... If I had to describe our approach, I'd say it's based on cuteness.
Ay, 귀엽다.
Oh,
귀엽다.
Yep. Still, I really value my current appearance. And in the process of taking care of it, I've ended up learning quite a lot about... It turns out, my knowledge and experience is pretty popular with beauty product lovers. It came as a big surprise.
oh, Paimon gets it now. But speaking of your appearance, how come you look human anyway? Are you like only half Milesian? Ooh, wait, sorry. That was probably really offensive, wasn't it?
No, I don't mind. I'm not mixed, though. I made a decision to turn myself into this form.
Decision.
If you're interested, I could tell you the story.
A shape-shifting story? Oh, heck yeah, of course we're interested!
Once, long ago, humans rejected Melazines, and Melazines feared humans. There was one Melazine who became fascinated with human medicine, but no human wanted her help. And there was one girl who liked Melazines, so no humans would make friends with her. So, the Melazine became the girl's friend, and the girl became the Melazine's patient. Your checkup's all done. You're still in perfect
Late
health.
yung subtitle. Ano ba yan?
Thank you, Dr. Melazine. In this game of doctor and patient, a friendship was born. Then, one day, the girl fell ill. The Melazine was the only doctor to arrive on time, but the adults sent her away.
Scram! Melazines can't be trusted!
So just because I'm not human, I can't save my best friend? In desperation, the Melazine approached the frightening witch. She begged and begged until she got a reply.
If you take this potion, concocted of sin, you will gain a human face and grow human limbs. But then, you will lose everything that attracted this friend of yours to you in the first place. Can you accept that?
The Melazine did not hesitate for very long. On a rainy night, a little doctor knocked on the girl's door. The doctor wore a hood and raincoat, maybe to protect her from the rain, but maybe also to hide a secret. The little doctor held the girl's hand and treated her illness, just as she had so many times before.
Excuse.
Dawn came, and the little girl's condition improved. But the little doctor was long gone, for she knew her friend would never recognize her again. And so, since then, I've lived my life in human form. Most people who know me just think I was born this way.
Ooh, a witch? A potion?
Trust me, it's a true story.
Must be the way you told it then. It just sounds so... yeah. Not every Melazine would take human form to save their human friend. That must have been...
Treating patients is a doctor's duty. We must always find a way, even when the going gets tough.
Ugh. It's so crazy that they turned you away just because you were a Melazine. Especially when their daughter...
Well, sometimes appearance can be a real barrier. But that was a long time ago. I like how I look now anyway.
I run too! You're super cute this way.
Attention customers! Thank you all for waiting. Now, on behalf of our skincare partner, I'm delighted to announce that our...
Oh, there we go. Let's have a look, shall we?
Really? Personal advice right from a leader of the Fontaine Beauty?
Allow me to introduce our newest skin lotion, Butterfly Dew. I'm sure many of you have already read about this product's trials in the newspapers. To say that it improves skin quality is an understatement. This product gets its name from the way it transforms your skin and makes it glow anew, like a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis and spreading its
Kaso
wings
butterfly,
for the first time.
one day lang, tas wala na.
We
So yung
are
beauty nila
thrilled
one
to
day
have
lang
the
din.
inventor of this
Joke
fantastic
lang.
product with us here today. Please welcome Mr. Rawat, a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Rawat, and I developed Butterfly Dew.
Wow, what a looker.
Ay, wow.
He's a researcher? Wow, he's really challenging the stereotype.
It seems that everyone is surprised by my entrance. I'm well aware that researchers are generally better known for their brains than their dashing good looks. In that regard, I do believe I break the molds. Of course, appearance is a skin-deep way of defining a person. And yet one's appearance can be a very real set of shackles, holding a person back in their life. It can rob a young person of their self-confidence when applying for a job, dissuade a young lady from approaching the one she loves. Our actions are at the mercy of our appearance, and we slowly become the very person that the outside world sees. But what if I told you that those shackles can... If our appearance prevents us from changing, then let us first change our appearance. Wash away moles, birthmarks, and wrinkles, and they can no longer rob us of our
Birthmarks?
confidence.
Tsaka ano?
Replace them with luster and radiance, and we shall never again hang our heads in shame. That is why Butterfly Dew exists. Its mission is to allow us to shed our pupae, undergo a complete metamorphosis, and embrace it.
Well, whether it actually works or not, after that speech, I'm...
Mr. Rawat, could I ask if you've used this
Of course, I tried it many times while I was testing it. You can consider...
Wow!
Still, I don't expect to convince you just by blowing my own trumpet. So, could I get a volunteer from the audience? Oh, what an honor! It appears we have a giant of the Fontaine Beauty Association here with us. In that case, Miss Sijuin, could we seek your most expert opinion on...
Sure.
Whoa. Is that Romaritime flower? They say she's the pickiest user of skincare.
Here you go.
Well, it's very kind to the skin, and the absorption rate is high. Even for Fontaine, this is a first-rate product.
Wow, now that's high praise!
I'll take one.
Any discounts?
All right. Well, all that remains for me to say is, Butterfly Dew is now on sale!
Think we should buy a bottle too?
Hi.
Aww, really? Well, it's still good to care for your skin though, right? Paimon definitely feels kinda rough from being exposed to the element. And if you're worried about whether it's the right product for you, well, luckily for us, Sijuin's here!
Intro pa lang yun.
It's an honor to receive such high praise from you. To be honest, I was also hoping you might be able to point out some flaws in the product.
With most skincare products, the pros and cons only become... Oh yeah, this one has instant benefits. Improving skin quality without any obvious side effects. Don't worry though, I plan to keep using it. And I'll publish regular reviews in Beauté Sans Fleur. You can read my thoughts there. All you need to do...
Oh, I was hoping for a more casual conversation, but you are a beauty association leader after all. I understand if you want to keep this professional.
Sijuin? Oh, excuse us, Miss Beauty Expert. But do you think this product is a good choice?
Wait, are you the renowned...
That's right! And by his side, the...
Well, I don't normally handle customer questions personally, but since it's the traveler asking, allow me to make an exception. Butterfly Dew is made for all skin types, so no matter who you are, you can rest assured that it will be kind to your skin. If anything, it might be marginally more effective on Fontainian's skin, but other than that, it works the same.
Why would it work better on Fontaine?
In the interests of protecting my trade secrets, I'm afraid I can't answer that, Miss Paimon.
Alright then.
Save yourself the trouble.
Parang
I'd be
kalaban to si
greatly honored to
Rawat
have
ah.
both of you use my product. Here, take 2 bottles for free.
Yay! Paimon's private fund survives!
Private, ano ka? Private fund.
I can see why you might think that, but please don't misunderstand. This gift is simply a token of my esteem.
You know.
There's no business motivation behind it. To me, finding new customers for Butterfly Dew is about meeting kindred spirits, fellow admirers of physical beauty. I consider it a labor of love.
Admirers of physical beauty? Eesh, that's embarrassing to say out loud.
It's nothing to be ashamed of, Miss Paimon. Most people claim to desire inner virtue, but it's still physical appearance that turns their head. This is a fact of life. It's only natural for people to desire to become beautiful. And that's exactly what inspired me to choose this research direction in the first place.
You're right. Everyone loves beauty.
Look at the time. My apologies, but I have other things to attend to. I'll leave you with these 2 bottles of butterfly dew, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Paimon, I'd say there's no need for you and the Traveler to...
Why? Is there a problem with it?
The quality is fine. I just think there's room for improvement. I think I could add some ingredients to the mix to...
Really? Then why didn't...
Researchers are a very special breed of human. You can point out their flaws to their face and they won't mind very much. But if you tell them that someone else could do a better job... Ooh, now that'll make them really upset. If I'd mentioned it, he probably wouldn't have given
Mila.
you those 2 bottles for free.
Fair enough,
If you're interested in the more effective version, I can write up a list of ingredients for you. Just come get me once you've gathered them.
When you say more effective,
Hello.
you mean it'll make Paimon even prettier? How can we say no?
As for me, it's probably time I got back to the Fortress of Meripede. I mustn't leave.
Alright, see you there!
Tsa! Saan ang entrance ito? Merupido. OMG Nis. Sila! Why are we here?
Just up ahead, Traveler. The ingredients for Siege Wing should be nearby.
Lila!
Great! That's everything! Let's head to the Fortress of Meripede.
Tsa! Oh, sa taas pa tayo. Tagal ah.
Shower me with praise.
Naiwan sa baba. Hindi siya sumusunod, no?
How brilliant!
OMG, how to get there, bro? OMG, Neski. Ha, di makapasok salon members, naiwan sila sa baba. Yeah. OMG.
Whoa.
Please, you have to believe me. I saw it with my own eyes last night. Another me. He looked exactly like.
Got it? Okay. I've written down everything you told me. Now, I have a few tests to run. First, which finger am I holding?
Your index finger, but I'm telling you, my mental.
Very good. Now,
Hey there, Your Grace. It's been a while, huh?
Ah, it's you two. Indeed it has. I would offer you some tea, but I'm afraid the timing is unfortunate.
No worries. Actually, we were looking for Sijuin. Do you...
This inmate came running to the guards in a panic, claiming to have seen his exact doppelganger.
A doppelganger? Doesn't that just mean someone else kinda look...
And that's what I thought when the report first reached my desk. But we've inspected our records. No one even vaguely resembles. Considering how certain he is of what he saw, I could only surmise that he's having some mental issues. So I brought him.
alright. Very good. Take... Evaluation complete. I couldn't find any
I see. So do you still believe there's more likely to be an issue with his mind?
I have to assume so for now. Psychological issues are more difficult to detect. At this stage, we can at least confirm that he is in command of his cognitive...
The rumor mill will go crazy if word of this gets out. Guards, take him to the ward for a period. The Marechaussee Phantom has requested my cooperation on a case, otherwise I'd deal with this myself. Sorry for the trouble, head nurse, but I'll have to leave this to you.
No problem, Your Grace. I'll add him to my observation.
By the way, we have a couple of guests here who've made the trip just to see you. I imagine it must be important.
Oh, Traveler!
Hey there, Sijuin! It's actually not that...
I'll be in my office if you desperately need me.
Okay, bye-bye! So, see...
Would you mind waiting for just a moment? I have another patient to see. Just find an empty bed and take a seat.
Oh, sure!
Sijuin, we've brought him. And he seems to have taken a turn for the worst.
Okay, don't panic. Let's start by sitting him down.
Paimon had no idea how busy it can get for Sijuin. Maybe now's not the time to ask for her help with skincare. Good point. Besides, it might actually be interesting to observe her at work.
Well, this could hurt, so I suggest you...
Did his face melt?
What?
What happened to him?
It's anyone's guess. His face melted off shortly after arriving at the fortress. But since he's a serious offender, he can't be allowed out for medical treatment. Best we can do for now is ask the head nurse. Oh, this is gonna be awkward. We still need to bring him to the Marechaussee Phantom for questioning. What if he scares them half to death? Will that be our fault?
The Marechaussee Phantom? Does this have something to...
Yep, it was a huge case. They bagged a few dozen crooks in one fell swoop. And this guy's the baddest apple of the bunch. He harmed countless people. And now, it looks like it's all finally catching up with him.
Karma.
You done gawking?
Not yet. I need to check the severity of your ulcers to decide the right dosage. Don't worry. We Melusines have a very different sense of aesthetics from humans. To me, you just look like a little kitty with slightly scruffy fur.
Don't patronize me. Do I look like a kid to you? Just give me the meds and let me out of here. I already missed my...
Hey, lose the attitude. You dare talk back to our head nurse like that again? Your days are numbered.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to apply the medication now. Tell me if it hurts, alright?
Look how nice Sigewin's being. And he still talks to her like that? What a nasty piece of work.
Can I leave now?
Wow, not a peep. What a pretty little guy.
Thank you, Sigewin. And I apologize for...
So, Traveler, Paimon, did you bring the ingredients?
We did, but we don't want to interfere or anything.
Oh, don't be silly. I agreed to it, didn't I? Just hand me the ingredients, and I'll make some time to whip it into the improved version for you. Take a rest here if you want. Or, if you're not tired, I hear they're holding a new pancreation
Or alternatively, is there anything we could help? That's right! Let us help you out! It's the least...
Good point. Kind-hearted humans start to develop guilt if they accept free... don't worry. I'll take a look at my schedule. I'm sure I can find something. I gotta warn you, though. It'll be tiring work. So I suggest you take a break first.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Maganda muna tayo mag-trial, bro. Test run. $26.91 EM 421 HP EM Ba't ganun? Binago yung control niya. Magandang support to eh, no? Okay, pag ano na. Paano kaya to? Kailangan ano?
This dance is for you. Stay put. Fly. Just like we rehearsed. Positions.
Nakaka-damage ba to? Nakaka-damage. Ang sakit to.
Let the show begin. Dance with the wings. Follow my stream.
Hindi ko magets. OPS of the OPist.
Nice and spicy. It's not. Coming at ya. Hiya! Attack! Teamwork is dreamwork. Huh? I'm the frying pan. It's war. Coming at ya. Watch out!
Attack!
I'm going in! Umbrella warfare, I guess. Hey, yeah! Boba, get them! Everybody stand back! Let's a proper send-off! From the Spinowith, feeling lucky?
Lakas. Sinilo eh, parang sa kuya to. Depende, iba yung effects ng ano niya. World, hindi siya. Iba yun, no? Okay. May damage kaya yan? Lunar Prayer. What's a Lunar Prayer?
Positions. Stay put. Just like we rehearsed.
Sakit ang damage, oh.
This dance is for you. Forward Emma, go! Positions. Don't be scared.
Ano kaya to?
All eyes on me. Focus on this.
Di ko mag-gets talaga pan nag...
The doctor will see you now. We're ready, Seedween. What's our first mission?
Machine?
I found the perfect job for the Traveler. First, I'd like you to lie.
Wait, what?
What for?
I need you to pretend to be sick.
What?
Oh, is it that difficult?
Oh, so you...
I sure did. He was way more interesting than the usual malingering inmates. And you played along very well, Paimon. I observed you two for quite a while after...
Well, this is awkward. But why do you need us to do it again?
No time to explain. My next patient will be here any second. Oh, please, just do as I say. You can, pretend like you've got a nasty headache.
Okay.
Hey, Doc. It's me. I'm only here because my mom won't stop pestering me about it.
Well, your mother has enough on her plate with a busy job. Well, the last thing she needs is to worry.
I know! I shouldn't treat the place like a playground. Shouldn't go swimming in the lower levels where we join up with the sea, because it'll give me a cold and distract her from her work. I thought I'd be able to have some fun here at the fortress for a few days, but it's always, don't do this and don't do that.
Akala ko lumindol. Parang lumindol.
Alright, sit yourself down and I'll take your temperature. Your fever still hasn't gone down. Well,
But Doc, it's so bitter. Do I really have to drink it? I mean, I'll be fine, right? I've gotten... Oh, can't you just write me a note saying I'm on the mend? I just need something to keep my
I sure can.
Huh?
Well, if you want to rely on your own immune system to clear up your fever, then you'll have to tough it out like this guy.
Hang in there, traveler. Are you gonna puke? Paimon.
As long as you're tough enough to get through the nausea and dizziness caused by the high fever, you'll be right as rain after just a few days.
And if I'm not tough...
Hey, wake up! Put it this way. At least you'll never have to see the doctor again, right?
Ang creepy naman yan.
I think maybe I'll take that medicine after all, if that's okay.
Oh, of course. Here,
It's so bitter.
all done. Great job.
That kid really doesn't know what's good for him.
His mother's a guard here. She's been working back-to-back shifts lately, but unfortunately, his father's away on a business trip right now. She had no choice but to bring her son here for the time being. He was quite happy at first. He seemed to think that the Fortress of Meripede would be all fun and games.
So you made us put on that act just to scare a kid into taking his medicine? That's a pretty sneaky trick. Seems like there's a whole side to Siege we never knew.
It's a technique I learned from my teacher.
Oh, you had a teacher? Was she a Melusine doctor?
She was human.
Oh.
No, it's fine. I really liked my teacher, so it's always nice when I get to talk about her with She was a traveling doctor, and since she didn't have a clinic, she'd go out and visit her patients wherever they were. She used to say, if you can scare the little brats into taking their medicine, you won't have to hear them wailing and screeching when their condition gets worse.
She sounds like a pretty strict...
Strict? Well, that's not how my teacher saw it. She thought of herself as terrifying to kids.
Strange way for a doctor to describe themselves. Now Paimon's curious to know what she looked like.
As it...
Oh, wow, yeah?
Yep. All the children she treated thought she was a witch.
Why does it almost sound like you're envious of her?
Oh, because I am. If she was here, all the children would take their medicine without any need for
A doctor who looks like a witch. True, they wouldn't dare try anything funny with her around.
Oh, me, on the other hand, it's hopeless.
That's actually a good thing.
Oh, my next patient should be arriving now.
Sure thing. On to the next.
Papanggap na 50-50.
Is it nighttime already?
Well, thanks to you two, it was much.
Should we get some rest? It's getting pretty late.
Oh, there is one last thing. I have to keep it confidential, so I usually leave it till after everyone's clocked out.
Confidential?
It's fine. You're not living here anymore, so it's okay if you know. All it is I have to prepare some ingredients to make healthy meals with.
Wait, you mean those healthy meals?
My patients refuse to eat any healthy meals I prepare in front of them, so I have to prep the ingredients in secret, then let the chef at the Coupon cafeteria handle the rest.
Considering even the chef's version makes people uneasy, it really makes you wonder what's in.
You want to find out? I can teach you how to make it. That way, if you ever suffer from exhaustion on your future travels, you can prepare a healthy meal for yourself.
Sure?
Kalimutan ko na yun. Yung nangyayari dun.
The ingredients are ready. Now, put them on the table and add them in the order I tell you. First, we add this special slime condensate. Stir it thoroughly, then pour it in. See that? It adds elasticity. It looks just like tasty...
Yeah, it really does.
Next up, xenochromatic crystals. You want to crush them up into a fine powder, like powdered sugar.
Wait, are those from Fontimer Aberrants? Are you sure they're edible?
Finally, we'll need some high-protein meat. Frogs are an excellent choice. You just need to clean their innards, and then you're left with some lovely tender meat.
Hello? Wait lang guys ha. Rilo namin eh. Ano yung rilo na yan?
And we're done. All that's left now is to pack them into lunch boxes and hand them to Walsey. Yesterday in the production zone, I noticed an inmate who's been working for 2 days straight. That means it's a healthy meal for him tomorrow.
Seadwing really does have the inmate's best interests at heart.
Mind the side effects.
Ay nako, wrong laundering. Ayan.
Ah, head nurse.
Just the one today. The serial number's on the...
Sounds good. I'll make sure it gets...
Sounds like they're talking in
Thanks for your help.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. I only wish I could do more. You work so hard for all our sakes. I'd happily lose a little sleep if it meant helping you out.
That won't do. If you reduce your sleeping hours any further...
All right. Nurse's orders. I'll do as I'm told. But...
Well, I'm done with work for today.
Seems like the guards and staff here have a lot of respect for you, Seadream. In just one day of helping you with your work, it feels like we've done a lot for the fortress.
Head nurse, please, wait. I'm sorry to disturb you this late at night, but I think you'll agree.
Okay, just relax.
The guard at the observation ward, Odilon, he told me to pass on a message to you. One of the inmates there, the guy suffering from possible hallucinations, well, he seems to have made a sudden recovery, and now he wants to apply for permission.
Huh.
You were right to tell me. I'll have to examine him and make sure...
Looks like we've got one job as medical assistants.
Lang, kuha tayo ng ano. Free meal. Fortune slip. Okay, have another. Suspicious. OMG, where is that? Hello, bakit? Hello.
Ah, head nurse, you're finally here. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused you. After giving it some thought, I'm sure that I was probably just seeing things. Stress-related, I imagine.
I totally understand. Still, I have to give you an examination before I can discharge you, okay? So, take a deep breath and don't be nervous.
Again, so sorry. I was in such a state this morning, I barely recall anything.
Oh, not at all. It's a lot to remember. First up, we have a little cognitive test. Just concentrate and you'll be fine.
Your pinky.
All right. All indicators seem normal.
So it was a stress-induced hallucination after...
Well, we've certainly had previous cases of mental illness caused by overwork.
Oh, thank you, Professor Gaming.
I
Oh,
carefully observe everyone in the production
thank
zone.
you for sharing the stream, Professor Gaming.
Wonder how I
Najide.
managed to miss the signs this time.
Please, head nurse, you shouldn't blame yourself. I'm just still adapting, that's all.
Hello.
Pushed myself too hard, and I guess I couldn't take it. Thanks for looking after me. I'll be as good as new after a good night's sleep. And if you can give me the okay, I know I'll sleep better back at...
It can be difficult to relax in an unfamiliar environment. Alright then, you can leave the ward. I suggest you take 2 days off to focus on your recovery. I'll take you off the observation.
Great. I can't thank...
Mr. Odilon, could you...
Of course. I'm on guard duty in the administrative area tonight, so...
Ano nila? Aba.
Guess you're finally done for the day now, huh?
Yep. But I still haven't gotten around to making that improved lotion for you.
Oh, no rush! Seriously, it's super late now. You should go get some rest too.
Well, tomorrow it is then. Good night, Traveler. Good night, Paimon.
Oh, don't you worry. We will. After a productive day of work, yeah, sleep tight, Siege.
Sana all may taga good night. Sweet dreams. Tomorrow 8.
Paimon really did sleep like a log.
Oh.
Let's go find... Whoa! How is the infirmary even busier than yesterday?
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. I have a few people here for a checkup, so you might need to wait for a while.
Oops, wait. Ano to?
problem. Anything we can do to help?
No.
There's a bit of a complicated situation here. I'm still getting to the bottom of it myself.
Hindi naka full screen.
You have to believe me. I'm telling the truth.
Same nung kahapon. Ay,
You're
nung...
in a medical facility.
Please, listen to me. I'm not Gascon.
Huh?
I'm Uy.
Oh,
You're a horrible liar, you know that? We get all your mugshots with the arrest warrants. It's clear as day that you're Gascon.
You mean because of the way I look? I don't know what happened. I just woke up like this. Then you guys dragged me in here for an interrogation.
I brought you here to figure out what's going on. If you truly are the victim of an injustice, yelling isn't going to achieve anything. At most, it'll...
This is nuts. Yesterday's interrogations went fine.
Morning, Your Grace. What's going on?
Remember the case I mentioned yesterday? The one brought to me by the Marechaussee Phantom? Well, we've been questioning the inmates involved this morning. Every single one of them is claiming mistaken identity.
Huh. That's even weirder than what that guy was saying yesterday.
The thing is, none of them have been able to provide any evidence whatsoever to support their claims. Questioning them further got us nowhere, so for now, we've brought them to the infirmary.
And we thought yesterday was as busy as it got for Siegeween.
We've compiled their statements. Have a look. Perhaps there's something...
Poton, Gascon, Henry.
Wait.
Release? Interesting. The inmates they spoke of in their statements appear to all be due for release today.
I noticed that too. If that's their plan, they're underestimating us a little. Every serious offender claims that there's someone else who just so happens to be due for release today.
All the more reason to be cautious. Lumberzar, check the release list for today and make sure no one gets processed. We're gonna need an excuse, though. Just say we're out of forms, and that we're furiously printing more as we speak.
I'm on it.
It's conceivable that our group of serious offenders somehow found a way to switch places with inmates who are about to be released, so they can walk out right under our noses.
We did consider that possibility. But I mean, just look at them. They match the warrants, period. How could there have been a switch?
Only if they're dead ringers for the inmates due for release, I suppose. I gave you that name list yesterday to assist in your investigation. Did that help?
Yes, the inmates' mugshots were attached to the list. The first thing I did was check for lookalikes, and I didn't find it. The only other thing that stands out to me is that their voices sound a little different today. But it's not exactly hard.
Oh, really? What does our...
Give me a moment. I think I have a way to confirm whether there's been a switch. I know, it's not time to change your dressing
Oh,
yet.
tama yung
but
isa
please, bear
kanina.
with me.
Nakalimutan niya lahat ng ginawa nila, Siegeween. Mga test, ganun.
Huh? Isn't that the guy from
This should be Honore. He has very severe facial ulcers, which require an operation in the hospital at the Court of Fontaine. I authorized him to leave the fortress for medical treatment under guarded escort.
Yes, like I told you. I'm not Putton. I'm Honore.
So there has been a swap. Well, I can see what happened in Potton's case, but how do you explain the other inmates? You're not telling me their souls switched bodies.
What?
Are you?
No, I believe it was their faces that got switched. The method is a bit like replacing a tooth. Take the bad tooth out, put a false one in. Traveler, Paimon, do you remember Eric?
Yeah, sure.
Then you can be my witnesses. To start with, please fetch the inmate who claims to be Eric.
Uy, hindi ko alam. Uy, doppelganger.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Eric. A better pill to swallow. Saan nilistahan nyo? Ah, si Henry.
So, you're...
Yes, head nurse. It's me. You do believe?
I need to do another examination.
All right. It's the cognition test first, right? So...
Now, try to recall if you can. The last time we did this test, which finger did...
I believe it was...
But that means...
Huh?
So, basically, last night, the Eric who said he saw another him, Siegewing did another test before letting him leave, but that time...
Huh? I don't know about any test last night. There was nothing to do in the observation ward, so I went straight to bed.
Tsaka di ganyan yung buhok niya, parang
Somehow
semi-kalbo
woke
siya
up in a
kanina.
high-security cell.
Well, in that case, there is a reasonable explanation for the strange events of...
So, what exactly happened?
The gang of serious offenders wanted to break out of prison, so they identified a group of scapegoats, namely inmates whose terms were almost up, and planned to switch appearances with them. Last night, when Odilon was on duty, they ambushed him and had one of their group switch appearances with him using their face-swapping method. That allowed them to avoid scrutiny from the other guards. Then, once all the other inmates were asleep, Odilon spent his night shift carrying out the remainder of their switch. However, they made one mistake. Henri changed his appearance to match Eric's earlier than he should have done, and ended up being spotted by the real Eric. Came to the guards for help, but we didn't know then what we know now. So we put it down to hallucination and sent him to the observation ward. However, since one of the gang members was posing as a guard, they simply changed real Eric's appearance and had their Eric take his place, muddying the waters even further.
Right, because I put Eric on the observation list by then, and no inmates on that list can be processed for departure until
Hence why the imposters had to pull that little stunt to get fake Eric off the list.
Yeah, it all makes sense now!
Well, I can't fault the reasoning. But I'm afraid that we ruled out the possibility of face switching very early on in this process.
Pwede lang sila kamukha.
Criminals altering their facial appearance to commit crimes is nothing new. In fact, one of the explicit duties of the Malazines in the Marechaussee Phantom is to identify... We carefully examined all the suspects, and there is no evidence that any means of disguise were used in this case.
Huh.
What?
Well then, how do we explain it?
So far, it seems more likely that the gang stole documentation belonging to the inmates due for release, and are using that to commit identity.
Actually, there is a potion that can completely
What?
change someone's appearance. If they use that, even
a shape-shifting potion?
Forgive me, head nurse, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it. If such a potion truly existed, it would jeopardize our entire investigative process at the Marechaussee Phantom. Are you certain of this?
Yes, I am.
But...
Please, trust me in my professional opinion as an experienced clinician.
At the same time, without any solid evidence, it's pure speculation. If we can round up all the inmates suspected of switching places, then have a little talk with both sides, we might just get our answer. Yep, let's do that.
Okay. Well, it was our negligence that meant we had to come and conduct these post-internment interrogations.
Your Grace, bad news. I paused the releases like you asked, but we were too late. A bunch of people already got... I checked the list, and sure enough, it's all the people who gave statements.
2 hours ago? That's before today's interrogations began.
So there really was a switch after all.
We should be able to catch up with them if we leave now.
Not if that potion is real. They can just switch faces again after leaving the fortress. And if the Marechaussee's Melazines can't even spot them, we wouldn't know where to start searching.
Yikes! So we're at a complete dead end!
No, we're not. Nag-iisip sila, tayo rin. Kailangan din mag-isip.
Well, technically there is one more. We were only able to arrest this gang thanks to the help of a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute.
Oh? Rawat? Isn't that the handsome guy we met at...
Handsome? Maybe from a human point of view.
One of the crimes this gang is charged with is the manufacture and sale of illicit drugs. According to Mr. Rawat, they appear to have stolen technology he developed through his research and used it in their
Ay, hindi niya
operation.
mukha yun.
At first, he thought it was a typical case of intellectual property infringement, and he tried to negotiate with them. But once he discovered their criminal operation, thanks to his report, we were able to swoop in and arrest them all in one go.
What a hero! Bet that took courage on his part.
No doubt. This is worth following up on. As the one who snitched on them, it's highly likely that Rawat will be targeted by the escapee. That aside, since he's negotiated with them in person before, there's a chance he'll have some additional information for us.
Understood, Your Grace. My team and I will head to the Fontaine Research Institute right away. In the meantime, please keep an eye on the face switch victims.
Of course.
Miss Morgan?
Nutusan si
I'd like
Reyes
to
Lee.
come along and help you catch the...
Huh?
Well, I'm the one who discharged the fake Eric last night, so I feel partly
Don't say that, head nurse. Your focus was on the inmate's health, and rightly so. We can't act.
I also have a more personal reason. Cotton is a patient of mine, and if I don't get a new batch of medicine to him in time, his condition will get much worse.
Look, head nurse, I completely understand where you're coming from. But
Don't worry, I can defend myself just fine.
You say that, but still...
If I may, Miss Morgan, Sigewinne is the one who raised the potion hypothesis, and I'm sure she has far more expertise on the topic than your team. My suggestion would be to bring her with you, and if you really are worried for her safety... Ah, there you go, right on cue. Knew I could count on you.
Okay. Well, since this plan has the Duke's blessing, far be it from me to refuse. We should head off
Dahil dyan, kailangan ninyo si Nerve Alert. Ano kaya muna tayo, no? Farm muna tayo ng basura. Farm muna tayo ng basurang artifacts.
The doctor will see.
Settle down! Meet again.
Welcome here.
Mind the side effect. Let's end this now. Meet again.
The wind knows it. A bitter pill to swallow.
Meet again.
Hoy, HP! ER. Uy, please be a good one, bro. Crit rate, bro. Oh my god.
Mind the side effects. Silence now!
Uy. Dang 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 dang. Dang 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 dang. OMG!
I'm getting a bigger pill to swallow. Settle down. Meet again.
Dang 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 dang. What? Nawala yung pinapanood natin isa pala kanina.
Greetings. Sorry to impose, but I'm afraid we're here on urgent business.
The Marechaussee Phantom. Let me guess, you're investigating...
Not this time, no. We're looking for a researcher.
What? Oh yeah, Mr. Handsome. He actually doesn't work on site here very often. There's a handful of researchers in the nearby area who know him pretty well, though. You can see what...
Just a handful? Paimon figured he'd be the most popular.
Well, I guess you could say he's popular, at least on a superficial level. He's blessed with good looks, so he tends to make a good first impression on... But in all his time here at the Fontaine Research Institute, I don't think he's ever had a single deep conversation about his research with his peers. That's no way to make real friends or...
That's so weird. He definitely didn't come across like a recluse at that product promotion.
I don't find that weird at all. He definitely didn't strike me as the kind of guy who's, good at making...
Really? Paimon couldn't tell. Must be a Melusine perception thing.
Okay, we should talk with his acquaintances. But we also need to check the Research Institute for any clues.
Sure thing. We'll go ask around among the other researchers with Seedwing. Paimon's suddenly kinda curious. Excuse us.
That's me. What is it?
Are you close friends with Rawat? We're trying to find out where he is.
Close friends? You mean because I told him I had feelings for him once?
I what?
I doubt I'm the first or last at the Institute to make that mistake. Why, I should have known, really. Men like him, they just enjoy being surrounded by fawning women. They're not in...
Okay. We were just kind of wondering...
Why would I know where he's at? I barely know him, and he probably doesn't even...
Ugh, this is getting annoying. Shall we go ask someone else?
I think she knows Rawat better than she cares to admit. If we leave now, it might be a wasted
Maybe, but we're not going to get much out of her while she's in this state, are we?
She's displaying symptoms common among people in love, if that's what you mean. But
it's curable?
Oh, we're still no closer to finding Mr. Rawat. Oh, by this point, he could be in grave
danger. Wait, why are you looking for him again?
Oh, that's right, yeah! The Marechaussee Phantom said that he's been targeted by some pretty bad people.
What? How has this happened? He seemed fine when I last saw him, and that was only a couple of days ago.
Oh, I see. Well, do you have any thoughts on where he might be right now?
Okay, but this is purely out of concern for his safety. If he's not at the Institute, I heard she raised him alone. That they had it pretty tough financially, and these days she's housebound due to illness. He makes regular trips back home to check on her.
Oh, okay.
Nope, sorry. I only found out the thing about his mother because it came up in conversation once. I was just trying to find out more about him. You know, so I could get to... When I told him I had a crush on him, I offered to help him take care of his mother. And yeah, maybe that was a stupid idea, but did he really have to yell at me for it? It's like, fine, I can take no for an answer, but what's with the temper tantrum? Unbelievable. These guys only want to show you their charming, well-groomed exterior. They can't stand it when a few home truths shine through.
Looks like her love syndrome is flaring up again.
We need to find out Mr. Rawat's mother's address. Let's check with the Marechaussee officers when we regroup.
Love syndrome.
Cool, sounds like a plan.
Oh yeah, meron pa dito. Hey Bertram.
Sorry to bother you, sir, but are you Bertram?
Who's asking?
Just some concerned citizens helping out the Marechaussee Phantom with an investigation. We'd like to ask...
Not anymore, we're not. Turns out we don't see eye to eye.
Oh yeah? What?
The thing about us researchers is, most of us do what we do for some sort of higher purpose. But not Rawat. All he cared about, he won't even let you work with him unless you sign a confidentiality agreement first. Also, he has better control over who gets which intellectual property rights. How are you supposed to get any meaningful research done working with a guy like that? Now that I've got my own technical solution for my compressor, I don't need to work with him anymore.
So that's what we're wanting.
We'd still like to know where to find him. Is that...
Wait, you're... Yeah, I know you. You're the head nurse at the Fortress of Meropide. Alright, then I'm happy to help you if I can. I respect the work you do. Medicine serves the height.
Wow, turns out Seedwing's got...
Thing is, I have no real way of knowing where he might be. I stopped working with him 2 months ago, and I've barely seen him. But if you want my advice, I'd say go talk to the peddlers. There's a few he meets with every other day or so. Maybe they know where he...
Peddlers?
Yeah, back when I was working with him, I noticed he met with them quite often. Wouldn't surprise me if they were involved in some shady business together, because it seemed like they went out of their way to avoid discussing anything in my presence. The little I overheard was about manufacturing and selling pharmaceutical drugs. Like I said, he's all...
Drugs? Doesn't he work with skincare products?
Who knows? I never cared to find out. He's the Morag rubber, not me.
Thank you. You've given us
Welcome. Goodbye, and may we both reach new heights in our scientific endeavors.
Antibes.
Hey there, are you in Teeb?
Antib pala.
What do you want?
We're here to ask about...
Close? Not sure that's the word I'd use. He wouldn't even let me use his patent.
Huh?
It's been a good few days since I last saw him. I don't know where he's at. Go ask someone else.
Would the patent in question happen to be related to the new skincare?
Yeah, kinda. Butterfly do, or whatever he calls it. I heard he made a
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Most of the other researchers here focus on mechanics, energy, stuff like that. I get why he wouldn't be interested in having anything to do with that, but I'm studying coatings. There's a huge overlap in our areas of research. Why would he refuse to work with me? I bought his product once and noticed it contains a unique substance that might have applications in coatings too. If it worked out, I could probably make as much as he's making. Don't get me wrong. I had no intention of plagiarizing his work. I was hoping to get official permission to use his findings in my own research. Followed the proper procedure. It was all above board. I would have had to pay him a license, but despite that, he turned me down not once, not twice, but 3 times. It's like he's vehemently opposed to the idea of anyone else making the kind of money he...
Huh, so is Rawat antisocial, or is this guy just jealous? Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any info.
Wait, 1 second. Mr. Antib, next time you go shopping, you should buy some Buell fruits. Peel the skin, steep in water, then drink. It'll help calm your mood.
Huh? Yeah. Thanks.
Well, that's all 3 researchers. Let's head back to the meetup point. You know, Hyman started out thinking Rawat was a handsome researcher with a friendly and cheerful personality. It's such a surprise to learn that his peers have a different impression of him.
So, what's your view?
A handsome researcher whose difficult upbringing turned him into a profit chaser with a chip on his shoulder?
So your thoughts about his appearance haven't...
Well, his looks are kind of a big deal. At least in Paimon's opinion. How does such a handsome guy end up being so antisocial? Even with his difficult family background.
You can't judge a person solely based...
Head nurse. Traveler. I assume you've spoken with the researchers.
Bertram mentioned Rawat's involvement with some pharmaceutical merchants. Do you know if he's registered?
Since he was a whistleblower on such a huge case, I ran a background check on him. I don't remember there being any brands under his name.
How strange. If he was so focused on commercializing his research, maybe he and his business partners needed to avoid public...
You think he may have colluded with the gang? Well, the crime was manufacture and sale of drugs, and that would certainly be in his wheelhouse. We can't rule it out.
Isn't that pretty unlikely, though? He was the one who blew the whistle on them!
Most children who come to me with tooth decay have suffered pain for a long time already, but they'll still try to hide the fact that they eat too many sweets. Grown-ups and children aren't so different in that...
I saw him when he came to make his report, and I certainly didn't get the feeling that he was the type to collude with criminals. Perhaps it's more likely that they were coercing him. You mentioned that he comes from a poor family. So, It's possible that the criminals approached him, asking for academic support, luring him in. By the time he discovered who they really were,
It's too late.
he was in too deep. They had leverage on him, so he was forced to keep working for them.
That does make a lot of sense. It would definitely explain why he was so unwilling. No wonder he's so unsociable. He must be on edge all the time with a gang of crooks breathing.
In that case, the situation. If Rawat was working with the escaped inmates, they're sure to know more about his whereabouts than us. Oh, there's a.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, he was last seen 2 days ago. If no.
2 days ago? So he went
That was the same day he reported the criminals, too.
Don't worry, everyone. I believe we still have a chance. Since he disappeared.
Yeah, he must have been
All the more reason to find him as soon as possible. The only lead we have at the moment is his mother's house, which you mentioned earlier. Seath, think you can find the place?
Yep. When you register a brand, the Court of Fontaine requires you to provide a legal address. The one Rawat wrote down was in the outskirts of the city.
Okay, then there.
Kapitbahay lang to nung mataray na lalaki sa Bulaklak ah. Wait, may kalaban tayo? Haha.
Mind the side effect.
All right, this should be the.
Okay.
Knock knock, who's there?
Sounds like whoever's inside has restricted mobility. Oh, it seems serious. Oh, what's the fact?
Break the door down?
No, I'll handle it. Let the expert deal with it. There'll be a mountain of. Calm down. Deep breaths. Remember your training. Control your strength. And. It's open!
Seath, take a few people and lie in wait. Keep your eyes peeled for any activity around the house. The Traveler, head nurse.
Ay.
No! Don't look this way!
Sorry. Ay, bobo mo. Hey, Pri. Ang gawin dyan, Pri? Huli ka. Ay, meron pala dito. Shock naman, oh.
Oh, there. On the bed, there's an old lady. That's gotta be Rawat's mother, right? She doesn't look like she's in any state to be answering our questions.
We could try, but she is very ill. We.
Well, doesn't look like Rawat's here.
Yep. Hello, ma'am. Might I ask if you're Rawat's mother? Hard of hearing, perhaps. Does anyone have a picture of Rawat?
I have one here.
I'd like to show you a photo, ma'am. Is this your son?
Looks like this isn't gonna work out.
Well, Looks like we're out of lead.
Is it possible he could have avoided returning here because he knew he'd be in
Maybe. But if so, where do we look next?
Guess so.
I suggest we all return there now.
Sorry, officer, but could I stay here for a while?
Of course. Traveler, stay with the head nurse. You're technically here as her assistant after all.
Also, I'd like some Marechaussee members to stay as well.
Why's that?
If Rawat knows how serious his mother's condition is, he will
Got it. Okay. I'll tell the squad members in hiding to stay put and keep...
Thanks for helping me out yet again, Traveler and Paimon.
No problem. But when you say her...
Yes. She's barely clinging on.
Oh.
Let me take care of a few things first. Could you pass me the towel?
Yeah, of course.
Mamatay na yung nanay niya.
I can tell that her family has tried a lot of different treatment methods, including some very expensive medicines. Unfortunately...
Citrin. Paimon bets being a nurse must be pretty tough at times like this.
Yes. It makes me a little sad. In Melizine's eyes, a human's birth, aging, sickness, and death are as much a part of natural law as sunrise and sunset. But human medicine can defy that law to some extent. In that sense, it is a science of miracles. That is why I became... But it was only after I truly became a doctor that I realized miracles don't always happen. Even the greatest doctors cannot cure all the...
Citrin.
Well, don't worry about me, Paimon. A doctor's duty is not to cure all diseases. At the very least, I can lower her fever. That way she'll suffer less. And she might even be able...
Yeah. All the more reason to find Rawat as soon...
Oh, her fever is getting worse.
Sure, we're on the...
Water? Here.
Bow your head.
Sorry. The way into underground lab. Oh, I know where that is. It's Hero.
Found the hot water?
Sure did. And look, without judging by this journal, it seems like Rawat has a private lab.
Oh, that's great news. The wet towel is ready. I'm giving you another injection. Are you feeling better now? It's all right. We'll go bring him back. Please hang in there.
Thank you.
Ay. How did they get here ahead of us? Ay, hindi, kalaban to, bro.
It's Officer Morgan!
We came as soon as we heard the news. I can't believe we...
Don't blame yourself. Right now,
there's a mechanical door over here. Hopefully the instructions in Rawat's journal will help us open it.
It's open. Let's go in.
Ba yan? Alis na ako eh. Babay muna tayo mga kaibigan guys. Nests. What are these? Encounter points. Ten, ten, ten. Ten, ten. Daily rewards claimed. What about this? Enhance 8 4-star artifacts to level 16. Ba, may ganyan-ganyan kayo ah. Susunod tayo pasok dyan. Babay muna tayo mga kaibigan guys. See you. Thank you po sa lahat.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Thank you for nothing. Oh, mga friends natin online ah. Bye-bye. Ay.